It's a new year, and with the new year comes New Year resolutions. One of mine was starting a YouTube channel where I talk about movies until I'm blue in the face and deal with the possum in my attic. I got one done so far. Anyway, lately I've been thinking about the films of the past years. Some of them were good, and a bunch of them were complete hog shit. But there was one that squeaked in towards the end of the year that really didn't sway me either way. Avatar: The Way of Water. A movie not many people wanted except for James Cameron and Disney, with a few holdouts here and there. So it got me thinking, why not watch the first big budget film that James Cameron worked on? Which led me to Battle Beyond the Stars. Produced by New World Pictures, which was helmed by the film juggernaut and king of schlock himself, Roger Corman, James was serving as a production assistant at the time, later to be saddled with VFX artists shortly after. A disaster in certain situations, but a blessing in this case. In fact, it was such a blessing that Corman recycled Cameron's effects for multiple movies afterwards, getting as much mileage as possible. Kind of ironic, the first big project Cameron worked on had an estimated budget of $2 million, while his most recent project needs to make $2 billion just to break even. I thought Marvel films cost a lot of money. But Battle Beyond the Stars was made to be one of the several films that Roger Corman did to cash in on the Star Wars craze at the time. After Star Wars made its blockbuster debut in 1977, Roger Corman went scorched earth and made as many shameless rip-offs as he possibly could, trying to capitalize on what Star Wars had done prior. But I find that Battle Beyond the Stars has a bit more to it and a little bit more staying power. Being more of a sci-fi retelling of Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai, this film actually stays in line with the original Star Wars films, which is ironic. And no joke, this film has more of what made Star Wars than what the modern day Disney mainline films do. Well, the plot is a farm boy named Shad, like the fish, has to go door to door like an Avon lady to recruit mercenaries from different worlds and backgrounds to save his home from the evil tyrant, Sador, who happens to have a big honking space gun called the Stellar Converter. Still sounds better than Starkiller Base, and I'm not going to let that one go. Sador uses this big honking space gun to subjugate or destroy the entire populaces of planets to either graft onto himself or to help grow his mutant army. I can't help but get major Elden Ring vibes. I wonder why. Well, what's a movie without its cast, and does this film deliver? The mercenaries being the highlight, though. A wide range of aliens, slavers, space valkyries, and space truckers, and the psychiatrist from Terminator. Yeah, that guy. I gotta say, Robert Vaughn was the standout performance of the entire movie. When the man is on screen, he plays his role seriously and never appearing to be above or better than the material handed to him. Now, the other standout was George Papard. I really hope I'm saying that name right. Who plays a space cowboy named Cowboy. Yeah, I don't think they thought real hard on that one. But George also brings his A game, pun intended, and has some funny one-liners here and there. The other cast, they were great, but these two men are what sold the film for me. Now, the soundtrack on this one isn't half bad either, having a grand epic that sticks in your head long after the credits roll. So if you're in the mood for an old sci-fi movie that's heavily inspired by Star Wars, or to see where James Cameron got his start, then I have no problem recommending Battle Beyond the Stars. Well, I've been running my jaw long enough. Have a good one. Oh, yeah.